Hi students, very good afternoon. Welcome to SFS Kammam online classes. This is your Vijay Kumar sir teaching Social Studies 8th class. My dear children, today we are going to cover two topics. One is uses of maps in our time, reading thematic maps. So first we will see uses of maps in our time. My dear children, in the last classes, we have seen many maps right from the Sumerians to Britishers. So they were made maps and used for variety of purposes. So they used these maps for trading, for sailing, for conquest and colonizing, and for fighting wars. Up to now, up to here, we also learned many things, right? Sumerians, they used maps for income recording purpose. Babylonians also, they used maps to show how the world, and also Greek geographers, they developed different maps. Roman traders, okay, afterwards Arab scholars, they developed maps. Afterwards Chinese, Europeans, okay, and also finally Britishers also, they developed many maps and they used these maps for a variety of purpose. So here they used these maps to continue trading with other continents. They used these maps for sailing. They used these maps for conquests, that means conquering the other location, to occupy other location. Understood? And also they established powers, colonial powers all throughout the world. And also finally they used fighting wars. Last class also we discussed, am I right or not? So up to here we learned, but nowadays the maps are going to use for planning and development of countries. So nowadays we are using maps for planning and development of countries. So this requires planners to identify the resources available in a region and the problems faced by it. So what the planners has to study, if they want to develop any country in a particular region, so they need first of all planning. So planning means they have to refer the resources available in that region or not, and what kind of problems are going to face in that problem, in that land. So all these things, so how they are going to get? By referring different maps. So here the maps are going to help them to plan out. The maps are going to help them to get the information of that particular land. So that is what the planners or developers, they will refer different types of maps of that particular land in order to make any maps or planning, and so that based on that information, so they are going to develop their regions. So in our textbook, one good example given here for your better understanding. For example, we can make a map of region which have very little drinking water. So that means they are going to show you the scarcity of water problem in one land. So how the planners are going to resolve this issue? First of all, they have to compare with the maps that showing water resources, that is rainfall maps, groundwater maps and river maps of that particular land. If they refer, they will get the information, that is where the land is having groundwater, which land is having heavy rainfalls, which land is having rivers. From that information, the planners or developers are going to resolve this scarcity of problem. For example, in our Kammam, where you are getting this drinking water, you are getting drinking water from other location. So from other location, we are bringing the drinking water by the pipelines. Understood? That is municipal water. You are getting municipal water into your house. How you are getting? By pipes. So here, by comparing all these maps, the planners are going to get information and they can easily solve this issue. Understood? So they can choose the best way to resolve this issue here based on that location, according to that soil type. So they are going to resolve this issue by fitting the pipes or digging the lands or sinking the pipes into the ground level or bringing the water from different location through pipes. Okay. Based on that situation, they are going to analyze the problem by referring these maps. So maps are going to give the complete information in order to draw any maps or in order to draw any plan of that particular land. Not only that, we can plan agricultural development, planning and setup of new industries, building roads, hospitals and schools with the help of maps. Understood, my dear? So not only this, so they can also give many things from the maps. For example, planning agricultural development. How they are going to plan out for the agriculture development? They will see the soil types. Understood? By referring soil maps. Understood? They will see the ground level maps, ground level water maps. Okay. So if the ground is having water or not. So based on that, and also they will refer rainfall maps. So based on that, so this land is suitable for the cultivation of this crop. So how they are going to analyze? By referring different maps. And also these maps are going to give them to plan out and set up of new industries also. My dear children, in Khammam surrounding places, if you go Bhadrachalam or Manugur or in Andhra Pradesh, Jagaipeta in one location is there. It is very near to us. Jagaipeta, have you heard this location? Yes. So this Jagaipeta location, if you observe, many cement industries are there. Kakatiya cement is there, Penna cement is there, Ramco cements are there. Okay. Why they constructed this many cement industries are there? Because that Jagaipeta surrounding location is having limestone resources are there. In Jagaipeta location, plenty of limestone resources are there. So that is useful for the producing of these cements. So for that reason, the analyzers, the planners or developers, they are going to refer these resources, and they also solve all the problems water comes from that land. So based on these maps, they are going to give a good plan for the construction of industries, and also maps are going to useful for the building of roads. Understood, my dear? Simply yes, here road is required, simply we can construct road. That is not correct. Whether this land is suitable for the building of roads or not, that they have to check up. Okay. Hospitals, schools, these are all residential maps. They are going to refer based on that information only. The planners or developers are going to construct the things. And also maps are also used by companies to plan their business and work. So based on these maps information, so the business magnates also they are going to plan out their business and work. For example, here one Airtel company is there, or you take another company, that is Jio company. So Jio mobile telephone company are interested to construct one company in our location. So simply they cannot come and construct here. Before constructing, they will refer the maps first, physical maps of this location, whether the hilly regions are there or not, in order to construct microwave towers, whether the towns and villages, how much population is there. If you construct here business company here, it will run or not. So according to the population also, they will see and will construct these business companies. Understood, my dear? So anything they want to develop, first of all, they need maps information compulsory. Based on that information only, they are going to construct. So I hope you understood clear, right? So anything, hospitals or schools or other roads, okay, any companies, if they want to construct, or if you want to plan out any agriculture development also, you need this map information. based on that maps information only we are going to proceed any location. So here next concept is reading thematic maps. Okay, maps are not only showing names of places and distances between them, but also it is going to show the nature of terrain. That means whether the region is having hilly, or whether the region is belonging to rocky, or whether the region is belonging to plain. So how you are going to divide this region based on the terrain, the maps we have to refer, physical maps. And also not only this, it is also going to show economic activities of people, languages spoken there, literacy, etc. Understood, my dear? So here nobody will come and simply they can analyze. Okay, they have to see the maps of different types, then they came to understand that yes, this location is suitable for this. And as I already mentioned in the earlier classes, that means introduction class, I told you maps are going to tell about physical features of a particular land, physical features of particular land. What are the physical features here? So mountains, hilly regions, okay, forests, and all these things we are going to get from the physical maps. So here I am going to show you the different maps for your understanding. So here map is I am showing here, just observe clearly. This map is going to show you top 10 rice producing states. So this map especially made for the rice producing states, top 10 rice producing states. So this map is not going to tell you any other information. That means it is a particular issue is going to explain you. And next one, it is showing national parks. So this map is going to give you the information about national parks, where it was located in different states. Okay, and also next map is mineral resources. So this map is going to give you the mineral resources which were available in our states or different states. Okay, so this map is completely, they are giving information about mineral resources. So you can see this is political map, that means states and capitals. Okay, this information only will get from the political map. And if you refer physical map, this map is going to give you the information about mountains, plains, plateaus, oceans. Okay, so all these information we can get from the physical map. By observing all these examples, what you get, what do you understand, my dear? So here thematic means usually a map focuses only one aspect. Such maps are called as thematic maps. So thematic means it is concentrating only one aspect or one feature. Okay, top 10 rice producing maps is going to give you rice producing states only. National parks maps is going to give you the national parks information only. Population maps of India, population only. Political map of India, states and capital information only. Physical map of India, that physical features of that India. So by reading, by analyzing all these maps, you are going to get information about India. Understood? So one aspect is going to give you the map. So that is what usually a map focuses only one aspect. Such maps are called as thematic maps. You understood, my dear? So as I told you just now, in our textbook also they shared that only political maps are going to give you states and capitals. Physical maps are going to share you physical features, that is mountains, plateaus, plain regions. Okay, and also here mineral maps are going to give you mineral resources. Rice producing states maps are going to give you rice producing states. Forest maps are going to give you forest details. Okay, in the same way here also land use maps are there, which refers or which shows how people use land. Okay, here people use land for cultivating of food crops. People use land for cultivating of cultivation of cash crops. People use land for constructing of residential places, that is hospitals, schools, roads, okay, buildings, other things. And also people used land for waste material, okay. So likewise, so different purposes the people are going to use this land. In order to show these details in the map, you have to differentiate each one aspect. For example, if you drawn one village map, can you use the same color for all the objects? No. Houses one color, roads one color, trees one color, okay, water one color. If hills are there, hills one color, police station is there, one color. Likewise, different colors we are coloring that in that map in order to recognize easily. Understood, my dear? So here in our maps also we have to show different colors so that it is very easy for them to understand. Anybody can easily understand. So in our textbook also they have given one table information, color representation, okay. So this is very important, my dear children. From this you will get one or two questions for your examination point of view. It is very important, right? So here slowly I am going to read each color and represents which feature. Green, dark green color represents forest, okay. Naturally forest will be in green color, right? So generally in maps also we are going to fill with the forest which color, that is green color, dark green color. Light green color represents grasslands, okay. In villages fields are there, crops, okay, that grasslands we can indicate light green color. Brown color represents land useful for agriculture. Yellow color represents cropped area. Dark grey represents mountains. Light grey represents hills. Yellow color represents plateaus and swamps. Light red color represents wastelands. This question was already asked in the last year. Light red color represents which feature? Dash, wastelands. So they may ask differently. Wastelands are represented by which color? Light red color. Light blue color represents tanks, rivers, canals, wells, etc. Dark blue color represents seas and oceans. White color represents places where minerals are available. Blue color represents boundaries. Understood, my dear? So this table information is very important for your examination point of view. Each color is going to give you a different feature, okay. So all of you after this class you have to read out this tabular information, note down all the points, okay. Daily I am giving you work to you, that is making of bits and questionnaires. So after completion of this chapter you have to show your class work. So that time don't come and say, sir I forget, sir I don't have any book, sir I don't have any pen, sir. Don't say these silly reasons, my dear children. Alternative days we are taking class only 30 minutes, okay. One or two concepts we are going to completing this within this time. So remaining time what you are going to do? Simply you are wasting by roaming roads, by roaming on the streets, okay, chit chatting with others, by seeing serials and all movies, okay. I am not insisting you, but you have to spare some time for the studies. So here not only indicating these colors, and these colors are going to represent the various socio-economic aspects or details. Here see, so some bar diagrams are there, okay. Socio-economic problems or aspects or objectives or details we can also indicate in the bar diagram. You can also comparison the population of different regions. You can also comparison the economical status of different states, okay. By using this color indication it is very easy to understand and it is very easy to differentiate the states, okay. And also here we can also using these colors along with the representation of points, symbols and lines also. So quantitative data also can be represented by dot, okay, dot method, that is circles, graphs, charts, etc. Here line charts are there, pie charts, plotted charts, bar charts. These are all going to use in quantitative data, okay. And also here in stipulated thematic maps, shading can be used in a pattern. So here population map of India is there. So here some colors, different colors, which state is having more population, which state is having less population, which state is having average population, all these we are going to show in different colors. Understood, my dear? So here these two concepts very important for our examination point of view. I hope you understood very clearly, okay. So the colors are very important, at the same time thematic maps, and what the thematic maps are going to show, what information is going to tell you, all these things, and uses of maps in our time, how the maps are going to planning and how it is useful for the development of countries. All these things you have to read out. And tomorrow I am going to cover the make of population map, okay, and also we are going to see the map, Indian map, which state is having more population, which state is having less population. So the total things we are going to see in the next class, okay. So up to here, my dear children, you read out line by line and underline which is important, and also see you have to make the bits and questionnaires. Questionnaires means simple questions, okay. What is the meaning of thematic maps, okay. Maps are useful, how the maps are going to useful in our times. So that means these maps are going to give us to plan out and for the development of countries. Likewise simple questions you have to make. Understood? So here tabular information is going to give you different questions here, okay. Forests are indicating by which color? Dark green, okay. So likewise simple questions, what you understood the concept, according to that you prepare, and after end of this chapter we are going to correct your classworks as well as your also doubts. Any doubts you have, please contact me, or you can also chat me, I will clarify you, okay. So this information today we completed, tomorrow we will see the next concept. My dear children, up to that you have to stay at home, okay. Stay home, stay safe, okay. Right, thank you, we will see you day after tomorrow. Bye bye.